Hey guys, I'm Dan. Today let's take a look at a new book right here which contains crawler toys. There are 4 brand new figurines at the same time. I'm gonna show you guys my insects, amphibians, and spiders collection. Okay, so let's open this book up and let's have a look at our first insect crawlers. First crawler of the day seems to be a tarantula spider. We'll take a look at it later on. We also have a praying mantis, a very beautiful centipede. Okay, and here we have a scorpion. So this is basically our crawlers collection, and it also comes with a book. Let's read it together. So the first one right here is a beetle. And we also have a spider right here, which is part of the family known as arachnids. Okay, it's a class of arthropods that include spiders, scorpions, mites, and ticks. And here it's a centipede. Okay, now we're gonna take a look at our first scorpion of the day. I mean, not counting the figures right here. This is a very beautiful scorpion. All right, we also have, I think we should have a centipede somewhere as well. But first, let's take a look at this really huge tarantula spider. It looks very creepy. Yep. Okay. Now we take a look at the next page. Ants live in colonies. Yes, we do have an ant. We do have a very big ant somewhere. Let's try and find the big ant. This is the very big ant in our collection. Alright. Social warp and hornet colonies share similar life cycles. So let's try and find a wasp. We should have a wasp somewhere, but that is fine. Oh yes, here's our centipede. Okay, that's a very nice centipede. Let's move on to the next page. Honey, I'm home. Honeybees live in colonies. The queen bee lay eggs which hatch into larvae. Worker bees feed on the larvae. The larvae pupate into honeybees. And here I think we do have a very huge bee, but I'm not too sure whether this is a honeybee. Yes, it is a honeybee. Very nice. Okay, and what do we have right here? We have monarch butterflies. Yes, I do have a monarch butterfly. Let's try and find it. This is basically the monarch butterfly, and let's see what it says over here. Monarch butterflies fly as far as 2,500 miles to migrate to a warmer climate. That's really interesting. Okay, and here we have a scorpion. Let's try and find another scorpion. Yes, I have a huge one right here. This is definitely not a scorpion. Let's read what it says. Baby scorpions spend the first weeks of their life clinging to their mother's back until they are strong enough to strike out on their own. Very interesting. So baby scorpions actually cling on to the mommy's back. That is so sweet, right? Okay, let's move on. So this is basically the life cycle of a butterfly. Butterflies aren't born fluttering from flower to flower. They mature in stages. An egg hatches a caterpillar makes a pupa, and a butterfly emerges from it. Okay, let's see whether we have one more butterfly in our collection. I don't think so, but that's okay. Let's move on to the next one. We have, oh, what is this? This is a very cool one. Okay, some creatures have developed special features that help them attract prey or hide from predators. This variety of praying mantis looks like just like a flower. It attracts insects and then eats them. So it really looks like a flower to attract an insect. We do have a praying mantis right here. It doesn't look like a flower, but it does look like a leaf. Same goes with the other one over here. That's really cool. Let's see what else we've got. Spider silk is strong stuff. Scientists research spider silk to help design new materials like fishing nets and body armor. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Bees are pollinators. Let's try and find another bee. I think we should have another bee somewhere in our collection. Let's see. We should have a smaller one, but I can't see. Oh, this is it. This is another bee, but I don't think this is a honeybee. This is more like a bumblebee. Check this out, a bumblebee. Okay, let's move on to the next one. We have a dung beetle. We don't have a dung beetle, but we do have quite a number of different beetles right here. We have a rhinoceros beetle. For this one, I'm not exactly sure. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, we have more scorpions right here. Hungry. Some people like to eat bugs. Insects contain protein, and producing insects for consumption takes up less land than raising cattle. So yep, scorpions. Some people love to eat scorpions. I have no interest in that. I find them very creepy looking, and I definitely won't try it. Okay, alright, let's move on to the next one. We have another praying mantis right here. Do we have more praying mantis? Yes, we do have one that is very pretty. There are over 2,000 species of mantids, ranging from about half an inch in length to 6 inches. Some resemble sticks while others look like flowers. They eat other insects like beetles and wasps, and many gardeners consider them to be beneficial bugs. Nice, so they actually help farmers and gardeners. Here we have a rhinoceros beetle. It's a very nice one. Okay, let's move on to the next page. We have a centipede. So here's a very huge centipede figure, and here is the one from the book. Let's have a look. Centipedes are part of the subgroup of multi-legged creatures called myriapods. They have anywhere from 30 to 354 legs. It's always an odd number of pairs, which means no species has exactly 100 legs. That is very, very interesting. Okay, we're gonna move on. Centipedes have long antennae, one pair of legs for each body segment, and modified front legs that function as fangs. Wow, very, very interesting. And here we have a very huge ant. Okay, next we're gonna move on to another scorpion. Okay, let's see whether we have more scorpions. I don't seem to be able to find more scorpions, but we are now at our last page of a tarantula. I think this is a tarantula spider if I'm not wrong, so let's have a look. Yeah, this is a very cool one. Tarantulas are hairy, generally large spiders that live in tropical or semi-tropical and arid regions of the world. There are hundreds of tarantula species, and most of them are quite harmless to humans, although they can inflict a painful bite. Okay, female tarantulas live longer than male tarantulas. Awesome stuff. Okay, now we are going to... Okay, I think this is a tarantula, definitely. Now I'm gonna close the book, and now I'm gonna take a look at the rest of our figures right here. And this is a grasshopper, a very pretty grasshopper. We do have some amphibians in the box as well. This is a Darwin's frog, and this is a housefly, a very, very huge housefly. And this is an axolotl. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Here's another axolotl. This is quite a new figure. And this is a grasshopper. Alright, and here we have a coralberry frog. I love the colors of it. And a very, very small ant. Okay, a black ant. Nice black ant. This seems to be a stag beetle, I think so, but I have no idea what exactly it is. I could be wrong. And here is one of our very first axolotl figure in our collection. Axolotl are not insects, they're not fish, they are amphibians. This one, I'm not too sure what this is. It looks like a very, very huge bug. So if you guys know, do let me know. This one is known as the Lord Howe's Island stick insect. Okay, moving on, we have another spider right here. This is known as the huntsman spider. Okay, moving on, we have a cockroach right over here. A very cool cockroach. And this one seems to be, I can't really tell, it seems to be a very huge bug. And this is a red-eye tree frog, and you can see there's a baby red-eye tree frog on top. Here's a small little axolotl. Another one. This one, it's more like a dramatized axolotl. It looks very fairy, looks very pretty. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the next one. We have a dragonfly right here. That's a nice one. And here we have a mosquito. A honey pot ant. You can see its belly is filled with honey. That is really cute. A small little axolotl right here. And this, it's another stag beetle. This is a red-eyed tree frog. Very beautiful little figure. And here it's most likely another tarantula. It's a Mexican red knee tarantula to be exact. So there are different types of tarantula. And here we have a garden snail. Nice. A very big butterfly. A ladybird right here. A tiny little axolotl. This one is a black widow. Yeah, it is a black widow. And this is probably another tarantula. Nice. And this, it's a Sydney funnel web spider. A black widow here. And a frog. So that's our creepy crawly collections, as well as some amphibians. Hopefully you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.